Welcome everyone this Tuesday morning. It's great to be with you all for another meditation and mindfulness session. I'm just going to give it another minute and then we will get started on some of our kind of meditation practices for today. So really looking forward to this morning's session. As normal, there's a few different meditations. What I've been doing over the last few weeks is blending the meditations into one, so that we're not having the kind of dialogue in between each of the meditations. But if you do want to make any comments, please do use the chat box. Please do make sure that you select in the to panelists and attendees so that everyone can see the comments as well. And yeah, any questions you of course can get in touch with me individually as well if you don't want to put them in the chat box. So as usual for our meditation and mindfulness sessions, I like to set a bit of an intention for us to think about as we are going through the session. So today is all about being open to new opportunities. I think sometimes we can get stuck in a little bit of a rut and we've got our own habits, routine, which often are positive, but sometimes they aren't always serving us. So I always think at certain times we just need to open ourselves up to new opportunities and look for the good rather than the things that are maybe holding us back. So if we can keep that intention strong for this session today, then it will help with just some of the kind of meditation practices and just being open to these different meditations that we're going to do today. So it is meditation time, so I'd love you to just get comfortable. So you can either do these meditations seated, you can do them lying down if you want. Ideally, we've got a nice flat spine that helps with some of the breathing as well. So either if we're lying down, on a quite a flat surface, or if we're sitting up in that upright posture with your kind of sit bones firmly rooted as well and your feet rooted to the floor. So I hope you enjoy these meditations and these mindfulness practices today, and I will speak with you all at the end of the practice. So enjoy and take this time for you and just keep that intention in mind about being open to new opportunities as well. So if you can just begin by gently closing your eyes and just start by becoming aware of your breath. And we're going to start with a confidence meditation called I Can Do This. And this is about using our imagination. So you might have a presentation, a job interview coming up, a meeting, an exam, a difficult conversation, or something that you don't want to mess up. This exercise will help you perform at your best while maintaining your inner calm. And it can be used for any situation where you want to make a good impression. You have to practice this 7 times in succession, starting in advance of the event in question. So we'll start today with 1 time, and then you'll have the recording if you want to go back over this exercise. So this type of imagination exercise is often used by athletes. For example, they might visualise themselves running a 100-metre race and crossing the finish line in exactly the time they'd been aiming for. They picture their target time on that big clock. So in this exercise, I'm going to use a presentation that you're preparing for as an example, but you just substitute the details of your own particular situation. Feel how your body is connected to the surface that you're either sitting or lying on. And feel too how your feet are firmly connected to the floor. Now turn your eyes upwards and inwards without opening them. Almost as though you're trying to look at your own brain. Even if it seems quite an effort, hold this position for 3 breaths. Then, keeping your eyes closed, let them return to their starting position. On the next exhalation, notice that you are feeling more and more relaxed. In your imagination, pat your forehead, your cheeks, and your whole face, starting at the top and working your way down. And let yourself become more and more relaxed with the next exhale. Your entire head and face now feel a little lighter and become more lighter with every exhale, relaxing more and more deeply. Now move to the neck and spine. Imagine that you're starting to slowly pat and ease out these parts of the body. Relax all 24 vertebrae from the neck to the tailbone. Let go with each exhalation, sinking more deeply into a state of relaxation. Now mentally move to the front of your upper body. Soften and relax your shoulders. Relax your rib cage, collarbones, abdomen wall, your hips, and then your buttocks. Soften and relax all your muscles. Remember that you can go even deeper and let go even more with each exhale. Now working from the shoulders down, become aware of and relax your arms and hands. Finally, completely relax your thighs, lower legs, feet and toes. At the same time, keep your feet firmly grounded to support you. Still keeping your eyes closed, imagine that you're sitting in a cinema with a huge blue screen. A film now starts playing on this screen. You see yourself wearing the outfit you picked for your big day. You can also see how you've styled your hair. And now you open the door to the meeting room. There you see either a table, your audience, or a podium that you walk confidently towards. You've written a few keywords on note cards, or maybe prepared some slides on your laptop. Everything is set up and ready to go. All you have to do is start. Now you hear the beginning, and then the end of your presentation. Maybe also a few questions from people you may or may not know. You feel able to answer them calmly and clearly. It may also happen that you occasionally have to say, I need to think about that, or I'll get back to you about that in the next few days. I don't have the answer right now. That only makes you more human. No one can answer every question 100% every single time. And even if there's a bit of a slip up, that's fine too. Take it with good humour and smile gently. Finish this exercise by watching yourself leave the room. This internal film is a perfect way of preparing. The more often you watch it for whatever your situation is, whatever you want to feel really confident in and you want to go well, the more your brain remembers that everything goes well. And just notice how your body feels. Notice your emotions. Notice your breath. And know that you can return to this confidence meditation at any time. Now we're going to continue with the visualization journey. And this time we're going to do a mountain visualization. So this one works particularly well if you're sitting down on the floor, perhaps with a blanket and one or two cushions. You can sit cross-legged or with your back against the wall and your knees drawn up. Alternatively, you could sit up straight on a chair. Now visualise the most beautiful, awe-inspiring mountain that you know. Or try to imagine one as best you can. The mountain has a pointed or rounded summit, sloping sides and a base. Now try to project this image of a mountain onto yourself. So your head becomes the summit, your shoulders and arms become the sloping sides, your buttocks and legs become the base of this majestic formation. Now picture the mountain on a mild spring day. There are birds flying and small insects buzzing in the air. The trees and shrubs all around and on the mountain slopes have begun to sprout new leaves. Everything is flourishing. There is a smell of lilac and a slight breeze is blowing. The mountain stands majestically in the midst of this wonderful activity. it remains motionless, as if keeping a watch over everything. Now in your mind's eye, change the season to a blazing hot summer's day. The sky is blue and the sun is at its peak. The air is a little heavy and oppressive. You see beautiful butterflies in the air, bees searching for nectar, and small animals scampering around on the mountainside. All the colours of the rainbow are gathered around you in the form of flowers and leaves. The many different shades of green stand out beautifully in the trees, in the ferns, and the grasses. Again, the mountain looks imperturbable and majestic. It doesn't move, perhaps like a sentry watching over the natural world, as it has done for thousands upon thousands of years. Let this image fade into the background now, and next imagine a windy, rainy autumn day. The sky is covered with grey clouds, and the wind is blowing and whistling around the mountainside. All living creatures seem to have hidden themselves away. The colourful leaves are bright green, yellow, red, brown, and orange, and they swirl around through the air. The branches of the trees and the taller bushes dance a wild autumn dance, and soon the rain pelts down. Even in these wild times, the mountain stands tall and strong, deeply rooted in the rock of Mother Earth. For the last image, imagine the strong mountain on a winter's night. The full moon can be seen glowing between the clouds, and snowflakes drift down. Each flake a unique and perfect natural wonder. Little by little, the bare trees and shrubs are sprinkled with white powder, and some branches start to bend under their chilly burden. You can feel and smell the cold. The mountain is glistening on this icy night. Everything about it is quiet and firm. It has long been familiar with the changing seasons, and with them will continue to reign over us. You too have experienced and survived the changing tides of emotions. If you can accept deep inside that everything comes and goes, then everything becomes more bearable, and you become aware of your inner strength. And at any time, you can return to this image of the strong mountain and just bring that visualization in. Imagining your head as the peak, your arms at the side of the mountain, and either the sit bones or your feet are that really firm base. And this image can really help with grounding, especially if you're feeling a bit nervous about something, a bit concerned, just to bring in that strength in your posture as well. And the final meditation that we're going to look at now is called Actually, There Are Lots of Good Things Too. So Rick Hanson, who's a neuropsychologist, always talks about in his lectures that negative thoughts are like Velcro. They stick fast in our brain. Good thoughts and memories, however, are like Teflon. They slip away from our memory just really quickly. So in this meditation, we're deliberately focusing on the good in our life. To allow it to take up a larger space in our consciousness. Through this practice, I'm going to give you a few thought suggestions to get you started. But of course, add some ideas from your own life, or replace them with your own thoughts altogether. As ever, start by getting yourself into a comfortable position. This time you might lie down on your sofa or floor or a bed. And imagine that you're watching this lovely film playing inside your head. So begin by starting to remember anything good or inspiring that you've already experienced this morning. It might be somebody that you spoke to at the shop or at the school gates, a colleague that you've already been in touch with, something vibrant that you saw on television, listening to some relaxation or some of these meditation practices. Might be a friendly hello you had from somebody on your morning walk. There's so many good things that have possibly already happened to you this morning. Just remember these and notice how you feel. May even bring a smile to your face. To begin with, just remember this day, this morning, and everything that's been good and beautiful and touching about this day so far. Look deep inside your heart and sense that lovely, blissful feeling that you get when you're happy and thankful. What does it feel like? Where do you feel it most clearly in your body? Now take a little more time and think back as best you can over the last few days. Can can you manage to remember at least 2 or 3 positive experiences for each day of the last week? You may notice that your breath has become calmer and deeper, and that you're sinking deeper into the surface that you're either lying or sitting on. Just enjoy this feeling. And if you've still got time to continue on this journey for a few minutes more, then why not cast your mind back over the last month, letting it pass before you as a series of positive snapshots, and only pause and look at the memories that are uplifting. Try to remember the good times in as much detail as possible. It may be too that you hear words from within you like thank you, or oh, that was great. Simply immerse yourself in your positive feelings. And I recommend after we finish this meditation session today that perhaps you write a few notes or a little sketch to just capture some of these positive memories and thoughts. And if you want to continue in this space of capturing all these positive thoughts and memories, please feel free to continue here for a few minutes more. However, if you want to be guided out of the meditation practice, gently take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, inhaling calm and exhaling any tension, anything that doesn't serve you. Really releasing that tension on the exhale. And again, inhaling calm, pausing and exhaling any tension and anything that may not serve you. Now gently notice your breath. Just begin to bring some gentle movement into your fingers and toes. You may want to stretch your neck, stretch your arms overhead, and just take one final deep cleansing inhale and exhale, remembering the intention that we set at the beginning, that we're open to new opportunities. And when it feels comfortable to do so, open your eyes. Just bring your awareness back into the room. Will allow you to just enjoy that relaxation feeling. Hope you've enjoyed the different meditations that we did there today, a little bit about confidence, the mountain visualization, and then the final one there about recalling the good things that have happened over the last, well, today and the last few days and potentially the last month as well. And focusing on the good, focusing on gratitude, I can't over-egg that enough. It can really shift your perspective. So I hope you've enjoyed the session today. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back next week. Next week will be the final session before Christmas. So really appreciate you coming along to the session today, and great to see a few new faces as well in the chat box. So welcome everyone, and hope you enjoyed that. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.